I'm Dylan Black. Procrastination is a problem. We all do it to help us with us, but this big issue really is a big issue. It overwhelms you. Steve Gingras is an organizational coach, and he joins us right now. Steve, hello, how are you?
Hello, Dylan.
Procrastination.
Yes, indeed.
Now, I believe that the feeling of procrastination is worse than the actual doing of the task that you're procrastinating.
Absolutely, because, for example, it could take you 3 weeks to do a 2-minute task, and that's not quite out of the ordinary to hear that. I've done like workshops probably for the last 15 years and hear the same thing over and over again. I just can't get started.
Okay. I think it's a very common knowledge term, but what exactly is procrastination?
Well, basically it's putting off what you should be doing today. And the thing is, too, you also have to ask yourself the question, this is something I really want to do.
Yeah, that's true.
Because you should say, I want to write a novel, but I'm never, but I said that 27 years ago.
Yeah. Why do we procrastinate, though?
Well, actually, my first thing I've experienced with dealing with people over the years is the fact that a lot of them really don't have the real interest in doing it, or they don't manage their time very well.
Okay. Life gets in the way, of course.
Absolutely.
You know, you have things to do, but then other things pop up. So.
Right, and a lot of times what I'll say to people is, during a day, write down exactly what you do, even if it's every 5 minutes there, just for one day, just to see that then, because that'll give you, you might be terribly surprised what you, how much time waster you actually have.
Okay. Well, you're an organizational coach, stevegingras.net. Now, you actually you gave me a quiz.
Yes, indeed, I did. I gave you a personal needs assessment.
Okay. So what exactly is this quiz all about?
Well, this will tell you what basically your procrastination styles are. So you're going to be measured on social interaction, acceptance, perfection, and risk avoidance. Okay. So if you score 16 and over, it's a possibility there might be a problem. Over 20 means there is an issue, but it also must caveat to that. Then it depends what your profession is too. Okay. So if you got a very low social interaction thing, you're probably not in the right. Because you don't want to talk to anybody.
Never, that's not me. And right here I have a copy of the actual quiz that you gave me. So it's legit. I took it. I didn't have somebody
to quit.
Fill that out for me. Okay, so do you want to go over my results then?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So for your social interaction, you scored 18, which is absolutely perfect. And having been interviewed by you a few times then, I also know in the green room you're very thorough. Okay. And I know you don't like making mistakes, do you?
I do not.
I can always tell by just by what I see, and also the fact that just by what you scored there.
Yeah.
So also too, for your social score for acceptance, you scored 19, so it's a little bit. That's about the right range there.
Okay.
Lowest I've ever seen is a 5.
Wow.
And that was actually funny. It was a minister that.
It was a minister.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the lowest you can actually
score. A political minister? Or
no, an actual.
Okay, a religious leader. Okay, interesting. Okay, continue.
Okay, and perfection, that was 18.
Okay.
And it's pretty good then for the profession. 24 is the hardest I've ever seen, and that was a lawyer.
Okay, interesting.
And the last one is risk avoidance. That's the one you scored the highest one.
So what does that mean then?
You double, triple, quadruple check. Does that sound like you?
Yeah, it sure does, Steve, and it keeps me awake at night.
But no one ever says, Dylan made a mistake. You never hear that.
Believe me. Okay, so overall then, I mean, how is this going to help somebody if they take this quiz?
Well, also, too, it's twofold. One, it helps you look the fact that, am I in the right profession? Or and if it is, do I have to change then? So actually, if you're doing a data input and you're doing high for social interaction, you probably shouldn't be in that field there.
Okay. All right, so you're saying then 20 years into to radio and television, I'm doing okay, I picked the right career?
Perfect.
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 Hear that, bosses? Perfect. Okay, so tell me about time management then. What's the expectation that we have on time management?
We actually don't. We should treat it like a bank account, not. It's not unlimited.
Okay.
And things too is when you're looking at saying, okay, we got to chop off supposedly 8 hours to sleep. We got to give us that then, because a lot of people will say, oh yeah, well, I'll just cut back and do 5 hours and. That's going to make you suffer later during the day then. So reasonable expectations, time measured, saying this task should take me 6 hours or 4 hours or whatever, or breaking down the task into small little pieces.
So setting goals obviously very important.
Realistic too.
Yeah, realistic.
Because a lot of times people will say, I want to do this, but they'll miss it by 20-fold how long it actually takes. So.
Okay. Can you give us a demonstration? Because you've got some, now you're using candies and jelly beans.
Yes, indeed. So this is
representation of time.
Now, we're going to put this as your sleeping time. Let's open the time drawer here.
Okay.
And these are your daily tasks then. So let's say you got to put work in there. You got to put your family time in there. Your tasks around the house. Notice it's starting to fill out.
Wow.
And all of a sudden you're saying, I want to write that book. I want to get that BA, PhD, whatever like that too.
Yeah.
Well, all of a sudden, just doesn't fit. You're going to have to start eliminating that. And remember too, is the stuff that's really important, like sleep or whatever like that, you got to keep that in there.
Yeah, of course.
So then all of a sudden you have to like take it back and say, do I need this? Do I need that? So it's a re-examination of all the stuff that you're doing.
Which is very difficult for people to do on. So how do you get people on the right course then?
The first thing I did with one particular person that actually had a work problem was I got her to go 2 days in a row, measure out exactly how much time she actually did, and she was totally blown away. But I spent this much time doing this, and she'd say, well, the paperwork's piling up there. Well, if you took 10 minutes in the morning and started chucking some of it away, it might help. And she found like even after about a week, she was able to like balance her time a lot more, and also force her to think about what she actually is important to her and what her goals were.
Okay, 30 seconds left. So people should go online and contact you, and you can help them.
Yes, they can.
Simple as that. Do you have organizational tools on there and all kinds of good stuff?
Yes, I do, and some tips and like bullet points on just things to start you moving.
Get you moving, get you back on the right track, and maybe get some more jelly beans in there, because that means sleep and relaxation and feeling better.
And don't eat it before you go to sleep.
Well, I can't promise that. SteveGingras.net, organizational coach. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you, Dylan.
Always informative. Mamma Mia is coming to Centerpoint Theatre. Details next on Rogers TV.